What's up guys, this is Chris Murray here, and welcome to part 1 of my actual Grinding Up series. For those of you who watched the first two videos of the other series, there's a bit of a false start because Poker Tracker here decided to, well, it was a bit of human error. I sort of lost all my data, accidentally. I was trying to purge tournament data, accidentally purged cash game data, lost it all, so yeah, it was my fault. I won't be doing that again. And so we started this challenge again. I thought, seeing as we're only 2 episodes into it, might as well just start it clean slate and get all the proper data going, so we can have a proper kind of properly recorded challenge. So today, as you can see, this is Monday the 5th, which is the actual day 1. So this was the first day of the challenge and started at 2NL. Today I did deep stacked. Full ring games. I did quite a lot, as you can see. I played for nearly 6 hours already. Didn't really have much to do today, so I thought, let's put in some time on this. Played for 6 hours and had a very, very good day actually. To start things off, as you can see, played a little over 1,000 hands. Been 4-tabling. Did a couple of sessions, so we won 859 overall today, which is just over 4 stacks. Of the regular buy-in, which is great. I mean, started with $40, so the bankroll is currently at $48.59, and we're looking to get up to $100 before we move up to 5NL. My timeline for that was kind of looking at 3 weeks to a month sort of thing, so to already have made nearly a fifth of that up is fantastic in the first day. Yeah, so I've been playing the deep stack tables, which is good because it creates because the ante there creates more action. It's a really good table for action. As you can see, I did get a... Wait, if we go to my graphs and we check out the all-in equity, I did actually get a bit unlucky here. This here was... Oh no, it was this here. Simply, I got it in with an overpair against a flush draw and got unlucky. The flush draw got there, so unfortunately my kings were cracked, and yeah, so that was unlucky. I mean, obviously I was the favourite. If you don't know the percentages, I was probably about on the flop, getting it in against the flush draw with an overpair, about 66% to win, something like that. So I got a bit unlucky, but I'm still very happy with how I played, and I'm still very happy with the results. They're far above what I would expect for one day. So what we're going to do is we're going to start recording the hands, and we're just going to jump into a little live session. Okay, so we'll get this up. We'll do a 6 max deep stack table now. And we will buy into 4 if we can. Wait for a seat. Yep. So if you don't know what this challenge is, if you're just watching this for the first time, it's something that quite a lot of poker YouTubers do. It's not like an original idea. Basically, you just take a small bankroll, start off from the lowest stakes, obviously 2NL, and you try and grind it up to 5NL and then 10NL and 25NL and so on, and just see exactly how far you can get. Is the idea anyway. So obviously I'm very excited to be doing it, and we're gonna do maybe yeah, let's go for 20 hands on each table. That would give us a decent amount. As you can see, I'm using my HUD Poker Tracker 4. It is invaluable when you're trying to get information on players. It's absolutely invaluable. I'm not sure, this is the first time I played 6 max deep stack on this challenge, so I don't think we're going to have many of the players we've seen before, because I've been playing full ring deep stack, and each different game has its own player pool, naturally. So as you can see, I'm auto rebuying anytime I get below $5, pretty standard, just so when you have a good hand you can make the maximum amount of money possible off it. Fold that there. So yeah, we'll just the idea of this is I'll just talk you through my decisions and why I do things. Obviously we're calling here to try and set mine. We miss it, so we're probably just going to fold now. Here I actually am going to call this, I think. It's a bit of a borderline decision, that. But yeah, I'm going to call that. We don't flop well, so against two people we're not going to try any crazy sort of bluffing things. I mean, that's probably the main piece of advice I could give you for the micro stakes, is just don't do unnecessary bluffs. Because a lot of the time they just don't work. We're going to call this because we've got really good pot odds to do so. Fold that now. We're just going to keep checking this down, I think. Okay, now we've hit two pair. Sort of wish I'd bet it earlier, but there you go. We'll try and get a bit of value. Nope. Okay, so yeah, in the comments I'd really like you to tell me what you think of my play, what you think of the decisions, because naturally I think I'm a pretty good player, but obviously we can all improve, and anything that you guys want to say about my lines or about way I've played certain hands, just feel free to let me know. I don't feel they're going to hit the flop here that much of the time, and we've got plenty of outs. Heart's good for us. A lot of cards give us straight draws. Ace, good for us, obviously. So, and often we can just win it on the flop right here like that. So that is what we will be doing. Let's just check this is all recording nicely. Yep. Okay, good. Against three players, we're not going to try and c-bet that. I think that's a little optimistic, trying to get that c-bet through three different players. I mean, the idea of this is I'm hopefully going to show you guys some of the main strategies I use to beat the micros. And then hopefully as we move up, maybe to the low stakes, so 50 NL, 100 NL, and maybe even the mid stakes then. And we'll just see how far we get. I mean, my usual level of play, I usually play about 50 or 100 NL. That's my level usually. But I thought, you know, I'm just going to try and I'm going to put a lot of effort into this as well. Just because I think it's a really fun thing to do. I think it could be a really, you know, valuable thing for people to watch, like a good learning tool. Because obviously, like, most people don't play the 50, 100 NL. Most people want to know how to beat these levels. You know, the people who have other jobs and that sort of thing outside of poker. You want to know how to beat the micros, because you know when you're casually playing, that's where you play at. So we're gonna try and I'm gonna try and help you to do that through this series. It's a very small bet, and we've got an overcard, and it doesn't look like he's hit it. So we're just gonna call that. Again, we're gonna try and call the Heart Queen. We're getting the right odds, 9 to 1. Didn't hit it, unfortunately. So we'll just check it down. Now fold there. This is the thing, at the micros you do get a lot of funny sized bets and that sort of thing. It can be a bit odd. We're not quite hitting the flops the way I'd like so far, unfortunately. It's 12 cents there. Usually with the c-betting on fairly dry boards like this, say fairly dry, it's not very dry, you want to be going for about 2/3 pot, something like that. So he called that, so what do I put him on? I mean, maybe a straight draw, but more likely a jack, a weak jack perhaps. Is what I might put him on there, like jack 8, jack 7. Probably more like jack 8 or jack 9 to be honest. No, but when he checks that, I actually think he doesn't have a jack that often. No, pair of 6 is okay. When I'm trying to read hands, I always discount pocket pairs. For some reason I just forget about them a lot of the time. Yeah, we're just going to do the c-betting again here, 12 cents. Let's say about 2/3 of the pot. So this is really not a very good hand for us. And he turned us. He turned the best hand there. It's unfortunate, but oh well. Okay, so we've got two very good hands down here. Big Slick over here, and the Phil Hellmuth hand over here. So we'll raise that, and we'll raise that. We'll just take that down. Okay, we've got some action on the ace king, a lot of action by the looks of it. Fold that. King 2, we're not going to play from there. Okay, so I think a c-bet could be good here some of the time, and we've definitely got outs. You know, any spade is good, and obviously any ace or any king is good. Any jack gives us straight draws as well, so we'll make it fairly small c-bet, just because I think they're going to call fairly inelastically here. Okay, we'll just take that down there. Yeah, we'll fold up actually. Queen 8 offsuit is not a really good hand, doesn't flop that well. Queen 8 suited is a decent hand, but offsuit is just, it just loses a bit of potential because of the non-suitedness. Take down that pot with ace 9. Yeah, so hopefully we can actually get some action in these hands going on. It's been a pretty non-inactive session so far, compared to what was going on earlier anyway. I say, yeah, my target for, I suppose my, giving myself a bit of leeway, I was hoping to get to 5-0 by the start of February. But, well, I think if we keep it up at this rate, we'll be getting up there far before then. One more thing to say is, I'm just also going to be taking out 20% of all the profit, just as a little sort of taxing myself, even, just to eventually try and get a bit of extra money going. Because I'm trying to start up a live bankroll as well, and I thought, you know, I could just take 20% of the money from this challenge to start up my live bankroll. Hopefully that will end up pretty good. So yeah, it might take a little bit longer to grind out each level, 20% longer, but shouldn't be too bad. And you know, I think I don't mind spending time at each level, you know, get to know the players, get to improve my game at each level. As I said, I think I can beat all the levels in the micro stakes without much of a problem. I mean, as you can see, obviously today it's a very small sample size, just K hands, but my average is 36.6 big blinds, 37 big blinds per 100 hands, which is pretty crazy. So we haven't hit anything here. Do I think he has an ace? Yeah, I think he's got a small ace quite a lot of the time here, unfortunately. I'm going to fold that to a 3-bet. So I expect him to bet and then I'll fold. Okay. Some of the time we might have the best hand here then. Am I going to make a hero call with 10 high? No, okay. We win with king high even. Not 10 high. Okay, so we raise ace 10, got pocket queens. Now we've got some good hands coming. We'll sit out next hand. Said 20 hands on each table, but just gone slightly over there. Oh well. Not going to reject the chance to play pocket queens. This is a lot of action. This guy's pretty loose. Hasn't 3-bet yet, but it's still pretty loose and it's a small sample size, so I think we're quite happy calling and hopefully hitting an overpair. With you could also 4-bet this, but 4-betting with queens is a slippery slope. And you see that ace there? It's a very small bet, so we'll call it. Bit bizarre. Again, we'll call that. Well, I mean, he's giving us such good pot odds. I mean, we could well be beat, but 6 into 86. Got a call. No pocket kings. Ugh. I should have quit before that pocket queen's hand. That's the danger, obviously, when someone 3-bets. I mean, that's generally why I don't 4-bet with queens, because you're often doing pretty badly against your opponent's 3-betting range. Even if you give him a fairly wide 3-betting range, like ace queen or ace jack plus, and then pocket pairs up from 9s, you're still not doing great. Oh, we're not hitting the flops today. unfortunately. We'll close that table. Actually, no, I might as well just keep open. It's a very big bet that I'm going to call one street, just because I think it looks very big. And we'll just reevaluate on the turn. If he bets again, we're going to have to fold here, I think. Because that really does look like a strong line then. Yeah. Looks, you know, there's no reason why I can't have a king here. So we'll fold it. Yes, this hasn't been the best session so far. Not hit the flops and made a couple of bad calls perhaps on the flop. Floated a bit too much. But I do think that's one of my main weaknesses at the microstakes. I tend to float too much because I don't believe them. But oftentimes they do actually have what they're trying to represent. We've got Pedophile 54 here. Bit of an odd choice of name perhaps. We'll fold a 7-3, even though it's suited. Go, come on guy, make your mind up. Yep, so I'm going to try and upload this video every day, including weekends I think, yeah. And if there's anything else you want me to do, if you've got any ideas for the series or for the channel in general, no, we're going to raise that, try and win it here. Sevens don't play well after the flop. We'll give ourselves, we'll put a C-bet out there now, 12. There's a snap call, so we're just going to check it. And again. And we win that pot. Good. Maybe could have gone for some value on the river, but I don't see what could have called us that was worse, so just decided to check it down. He wasn't going to be calling us with 9-5 offsuit, was he? I'll raise that. Yep, so just let me know if you've got any ideas you want me to try out, things I can do. Always happy to listen to suggestions and leave your comments telling me what you think about the series, and yeah, let me know about any hands that interesting hands that you play, pots you play, that sort of thing. I'm always interested to hear about that sort of stuff. I'm going to raise these limpers. We'll make it 9. I'm making it bigger because there are limpers. That is why I'm making it bigger. I don't think we're going to get a lot of folds on this flop. But I'm going to do it anyway, I think, because we've got straight outs as well with a king. We've hit second pair here. Well, we're going to barrel on that, I think. I'll go with 20. Check that. We're going to fold to a bet down here, I think, because it looks like he's got an ace. And well, we don't have anything at all. Yep, okay, fold that. I'm going to check there. Unfortunately, the open-end straight draw is on board now. So we're going to check it again, and if he bets, we're going to let this go, I think. It's a massive bet. I mean, I'm tempted to say it looks like a bluff, but with the players at the micros, you never really know. He might not understand the concept of value and just be thinking, I've got a great hand with a straight, I'll bet massive. So I think we're best off folding rather than getting ourselves into a potentially horrible spot where we've lost a lot of money. We sit out next hand. Oh, we sit out next hand. Yeah, I think we can call that. King 10's a decent hand, you know. Got a lot of potential as well. God, we've really not hit any flops today. It's quite disappointing in this little session here. No, I'm not going to carry on with the floating thing. We'll just fold that. Okay, we'll follow that. I think this will be the last hand up here now, after this one. Yeah, so I'm excited to get the series going properly. Oh, this has been a bad session actually. We've lost nearly a stack. Hopefully I'll be able to show you some better stuff tomorrow. I'm quite tired today after my 6-hour session earlier, so maybe that's something to do with it, I don't know. Or I suppose, yeah, just something like that. But I mean, it's quite a small session we've done, just not hit many flops, I think is the main reason for the failure to win money here. There we go, we'll just sit out. So yeah, that's put a little bit of a dent in the graph, but overall I'm still very happy with how today's gone. Over $7 profit, it's always very good from a single day. So the bankroll is currently $47.09, which is naturally very good for the first day. And tomorrow we'll see if we can keep this up. So the idea is I'm going to do about this many hands each day. Bit over 1,000 hands each day. So hopefully that should actually help the bankroll progress quite quickly. And hopefully we can actually get up to 5-0 pretty sharpish. I mean, sure, any questions, ideas, comments, whatever, just post them below. And please like and subscribe as well, always helps. The reason I'm doing this is because I want people to see the videos and I want people to, well, maybe learn or maybe teach me something. I think it'd be a bit arrogant to say that I'm good enough that everyone can learn from me, but I think some people can learn from me, and I can also learn from you guys who have more experience than me, perhaps. So do get involved. Really excited to see you guys get involved and to hear some of your stories and that sort of thing. So we'll just close these down now, like so. Stop getting hands. Thank you very much.